व्यक्तियों पर एफआईआर दर्ज करी गई है या अगर आपका कोई केस स्ट्रांग है तो ऑनरेबल हाई कोर्ट 482 की धारा की अपनी पावर यूज करके उस एफआईआर को, चार्जशीट को और सारी प्रोसीडिंग्स को क्वैश कर सकता है।
Does child rights get ignored in a wrangle between mother and father? How to protect child rights in a custody battle? Can POCSO affect child custody?
An argument when a conflict arises between husband and wife after the dissolution of the marriage is the custody and the guardianship of the children. The term custody is not defined in any Indian legal system, including religious or secular, but exclusively linked to that of the guardianship. If there is in any case that is decided on the perspective relating to the custody, access, education, welfare of the child, the court passes the order with reference to the Marriage Act, Special Marriage Act, or the Guardians and Ward Act of 1890. The Supreme Court has stated in various judgment that in order to determine and decide the cases of child custody, the welfare of the child should be the primary concern of the court and not of that of the parents. Section 17 of the Guardian and the Ward Act states that the court, while deciding the custody of the child, will consider factors like welfare of the mind as the only primary concern, and those welfare conditions which include imparting support, education, health, welfare to the child as stated under Section 25 of the Act.
The Kerala High Court recently lamented the condition of children caught up in custody battles between their parents. In the battle between the father and the mother, the child's interest often does not get adequately represented, as said by a division bench composed of Justice Sophie Thomas and A. Muhammad Mustaq. A division bench of Justice Sophie Thomas and A. Muhammad Mustaq passed a ruling in a case filed by a father who wanted to seek custody of his youngest child. Initially, the Kerala High Court appointed an independent counsel who would represent a child in case of a custody battle between the parents. The High Court decided only after noticing the parents fighting during the custody, leaving nobody to protect the interest of the child. Hence, a division bench of Sophie Thomas and Justice A. Muhammad passed a ruling in a case filed by the father seeking custody of the youngest child. The court observed the rights of the child were not correctly represented by the parents amidst their wrangle and hence decided to appoint an independent solicitor on behalf of the child to represent the interest of the child. This is the first instance where a lawyer was appointed for a child by the court. In another child custody case still pending in Kerala High Court, Advocate Parvati Menon, project coordinator of the Crime Rights Center, had also suggested that an independent children lawyers scheme must be formulated by the Legal Services Authority, under which lawyers can provide services to children. The petitioner is a practicing lawyer with 3 children with his estranged wife. While the custody of the 2 children was given to the father, the case pertains to the custody of the youngest child. The custody of the 2 children was granted to the father, only noting that their maternal grandfather molested them. The father initially filed a custody petition in a family court, which did not press the petition. The mother then petitioned before the court seeking the child's custody. The family court then asked the High Court whether the father could press the original petition. Does the POCSO Act for Child Protection protect child interest in custody battles? The court then noticed that the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act cases were registered against the child's maternal grandparents and directed to Kozhikode District Legal Services Authority to have an independent counsel for the child. In my opinion, the POCSO Act has several benefits in place for the protection of children. Some of these benefits include establishing special courts for speedy trials of offences against children, creating child-friendly procedures for recording evidence, and the provision of rehabilitation and compensation for victims of child abuse. Additionally, the Act mandates the appointment of special public prosecutors for these cases and requires the mandatory reporting of offences against children. The advantages of independent counsel representing a child's rights in a child custody case include ensuring that the child's voice is heard in court proceedings, protecting the child's best interests, advocating for their needs and wishes. Additionally, independent counsel can provide a sense of stability and support for the child during a difficult and emotional time and can help to minimize the potential adverse effects of the custody proceedings on the child's well-being. Please don't forget to like or share or follow for regular updates. Also, please leave a comment to let us know how do you feel about this information. Moreover, please tag your friends or relatives whom you think may relate to this post. For more such updates, please subscribe to your Air News channel and please don't forget to click the bell icon for immediate notifications whenever new video is uploaded.